Wolverhampton are a side that I really haven't had to rebuild in rebuild history. We've only done them once or twice, I think. And that is because Wolves' rise up the English footballing landscape has been pretty unproblematic until this past season. Nuno's shine at Wolverhampton has really hit the brakes this season as Wolves slumped to a 13th placed finish in the Premier League at a time where most people thought Europa League was the goal. And with rumours of Nuno being sacked from Wolves, we're going to jump in here and head to the Molineux, take over Wolves and get them on track once again and make them European champions. As today, ladies and gentlemen, we rebuild Wolves. But fellas, only 50% of you watching the video right now are subscribed to the channel according to my analytics. So make sure you help us get that stat on track. Scorpion kick that subscribe button down below and help us get close to 400,000 subs. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen a rebuild video in the past, here are the rules. The objective of the rebuilds are to win the UEFA Champions League final. All games in the rebuild are simulated. We cannot use the new jump in feature in rebuilds. The Champions League final, however, must be played. And of course, do not get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. There's the rules and objectives. Now it's time to jump into the rebuild. So this is the team that we're starting life off at Wolves with. It's a decent team, like I said. Europa League football in and around that area is the goal for this season. There is some room to improve, to be honest. Probably need to go in for some new defenders, new midfield potentially. Might even need to future-proof certain areas of the squad. But there's going to be a lot of work to work around, really. So the first man out of the club is going to be Willy Bolly. £19.9 million from Atalanta for his signature. Funnily enough, I've met Willy Bolly. I'm a tall guy in real life. Willy Bolly was a different kettle of fish. I remember I was in China for a FIFA event and I met the Wolves side. I went for a photo with Willy Bolly. I unlocked my phone and at the time I had a picture of Mitrovic when he just signed for Fulham on a permanent deal. And Willy Bolly fully goes to me, Mitrovic, very, very tough to mark. I don't know why I'm making that accent, but moral of the story, Mitrovic is a beast. Mitro. And straight away, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a new defender here, a new starting centre-back. Victor Lindelof making the move across from Old Trafford to the Molineux for £32.7 million. Going to send Fabio Silva back to his home nation of Portugal, a season-long loan to SC Braga. And João Moutinho, absolute gun midfielder in real life, but 33 years of age in FIFA. It's virtually a death sentence and a curse for any footballer in FIFA. So we're getting him whilst his value is still at a premium, £14.6 million to send him to Liverpool. I promise, lads, I'm not making only Manchester United players sign for the club, but we are going to bring in another Manchester United player. It is Scott McTominay joining us here. I'm going to convert him into a centre midfielder as we've brought the Scotsman across for £32.5 million. Another one of our Portuguese players out on loan, Daniel Podence, headed to Real Sociedad on a season-long loan. And Romain Saiz is headed to AS Monaco for £15.6 million. Lewis Richards off to QPR on a season-long loan. And Maximilian Kilman, another player that I've met. This video, I promise this video is not me trying to flex, but Max Kilman, one of the quietest footballers I've ever met. Played like 3 games of Volta with him for an event. Maybe got 2 words out of him the whole time. Good fun. Good bloke, but good bloke. He's off to Fiorentina. Another one of our players off to Fiorentina. It is Morgan Gibbs-White. So there we go. A lot of loan players out of the squad, but Lindelof, McTominay into on a permanent deal. Bolly, Moutinho, Saiz all out of the club. A successful start to the first season, done, well, the first window, done what I really wanted to do. Now it's all about seeing what we can do on the pitch. And just for a little bit of a gander at how the side is doing, Lindelof, McTominay dominating that right-hand side of the midfield, converted to McTominay into a centre midfielder there. Really got to think, because we do have a little bit of cash left in the reserves where we want to improve come January. This is a very good position to be in, however. On the 1st of January, we find ourselves 7th in the Premier League, only 2 points away from 5th placed Arsenal. Like I said, Europa League football qualification is the goal. don't want to finish as low as Wolves did in real life though. So we're going to get into the transfer business here for January. Fernando Marçal is headed to Celta Vigo for just under £5 million. I've been tossing and turning about this move, lads, but we have decided to sell Rui Patricio on a permanent move. Ajax signing the Portuguese shot stopper for £16.7 million. And in response, we have signed his replacement and his upgrade. It is Mike Magnan, the French goalkeeper, joining us here from Lille for £35.5 million. His valuation since we signed him as well has absolutely skyrocketed, so I'm not complaining. Also have decided to sign another defender here, Lisandro Martinez. I was debating signing him in the first window when we elected to go for Lindelof instead, but the Argentinian joining us here from Ajax for £30 million. So there we go, keeping ourselves busy in the January window. Mike Magnan and Martinez into the club, Marçal and Patricio out of the club. Hopefully that can help us secure Europa League football, maybe even Champions League football, but I'm not holding my breath. Yeah, lucky I didn't hold my breath, lads. We have finished 8th in the Premier League this season. It's going to take either a cup win or some other results to get us Europa League qualifiers maybe, but not too confident on that one. We'll have to wait and see. Finishing in 8th, 61 points, only a few results. I mean, look at that, only 7 losses all season. But the draws have absolutely killed us. Liverpool have beaten Tottenham to win the Premier League title on goal differential, however. And in the relegation battle, it is Leeds United, West Brom and Brighton all headed down to the Championship. Liverpool have emerged as FA Cup champions this season. We almost had our Europa League football. We have lost the Carabao Cup final to Man City 1-0. Bloody hell. Man City have also won the Champions League, so I'm going to go for a little bit of a stretch here, but technically we're as good as Bayern Munich. And it is VfL Wolfsburg getting the win in the Europa League 3-1 over Villarreal. So there we go, lads. The foundations have been laid here. Season 1 with Wolverhampton done and dusted. A much better season than Wolves had in real life. But now it's about taking Wolves to the next level and progressing further in season number 2. A statement signing to kick off season number 2 here, lads. I wanted to get somebody in that can take us to the next level, and that is exactly what we've done here. Mason Mount lighting it up for Chelsea in real life, headed to the Euros with England. But Mason Mount in this save, coming to Wolves, baby. 58 mil for the Englishman. Let's go! And because we got Mason Mount into the club, we no longer require the services of Leander Dendoncker. The Belgian headed to Atletico Madrid for £30.8 million. Rafa Mir out on loan last season, permanently leaving in this second season, however, off to Mainz for 10 mil on the dot. And Connor Cody, we have decided to part company with him, absolutely killing it in real life, but we have decided to sell him to PSG for 33.6 mil. Another year, another loan for Fabio Silva. I want to see just how far we can grow this kid. He's got wicked potential. This year we sent him to AS Monaco. We've actually managed to get a decent price here. Johnny, the Spanish left back, headed to Man City for £31.1 million. I am not complaining in the slightest about that. And Kiana Hova headed to the Belgian Pro League off to Antwerp on a season-long loan. Been a bloody busy season 2, but finally we get another massive signing. I feel a trend coming on. Last year in the opening window, I signed 2 players from Man United. This year, we've signed 2 players from Chelsea. Ben Chilwell coming here to the Molineux, £66 million. I've overpaid, that is for sure, but there is no doubt that Ben Chilwell is an end game signing. Welcome to Wolves. Once again, Max Kilman headed to Frankfurt on a season-long loan, and that is how we are going to conclude this second season in charge, or the second opening window. I keep saying season. The opening window in charge of Wolves here for season 2. 2 players in, both from Chelsea, both from the bridge. Hopefully we can get a little bit of their winning DNA into the club and can qualify for Champions League or Europa League. Just a little look at how the side is looking, however. Jimenez still growing. Was debating whether I sold the Mexican striker, but he's still growing, which is nice to see. The team looking pretty balanced on all fronts, if I'm being honest. It's just about picking out the players that have probably reached their threshold and replacing them and upgrading them and future-proofing the side. This is a step in the right direction, lads. This is a good sign as we currently sit 5th in the Premier League on the 1st of January. Everton surprisingly leading the league with Sheffield. What is going on in this save? My word. We're sitting 5th though. We can only focus on ourselves, and so far all the signs are positive. Another player that I want to get a little bit of game time and growth to in the background is Ruben Vinagre, as the Portuguese wingback is headed to Aston Villa on loan. And I have decided to sell Lisandro Martinez only a year after signing him. We've made a little bit of a profit here as we sell him to Barcelona for £37.5 million. And that is so we could make a signing that is hopefully going to get us into European football next season. John Stones coming back to English football after a little stint here at AC Milan. We have signed the English defender for £60 million. That is a massive pickup. Welcome to Wolves, John Stones. There we go, lads. A defender out, a defender in. John Stones, what's that, a +4 upgrade to the back line? So I am certainly not complaining about that one. Let's hope Stones can get us over the line and get us European football for the 3rd season. Get in there, lads. 5th placed in the Premier League here. Equal on goal differential. We were 1 goal away from Champions League football though, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But we are playing Europa League football in season number 3 as we finish 5th with Wolves here on 76 points. Spurs finally breaking the trophy drought as they win the Premier League. And at the other end of the spectrum, it is Fulham, Watford, and Bristol City all relegated. Another final that we have lost in this Wolves rebuild. We lose to Manchester United on penalties. Would have been nice to win the FA Cup. Spurs getting a little bit carried away. They've won the Carabao Cup as well. Borussia Dortmund are Champions League winners here in Season 2. And the Roma are the Europa League champions, 3-1 over Sporting. Also, just quietly, what a first season here for Mason Mount. He's gone up 3 overall, a bona fide superstar now according to the game. And my man has scored 23 goals and got 11 assists. That is phenomenal. Fair play, already living up to the price tag. These positive signs have me feeling quite confident. We need to crack on those. Season 3, the goal has to be Champions League qualification by any means necessary. I said last season that we wanted to go to the next level here in Season 3, and it's time to do it, lads. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, one of the hottest prospects in English football, banging in goals left, right, and centre. We've brought him across here from Leicester City. He left Everton and joined Leicester, but now he's at Wolves. We've paid £80 million, an absolute premium, but I think it's worth it for DCL. This was an inner battle. Raul Jimenez has been an absolute gun for Wolves. We know the injuries he's had. We know the health problems. Nothing but respect for Jimenez. I'm hoping that he goes on in real life, now having to play with his headgear. I hope he absolutely kills it and bangs in 20 goals a season. But like I said, you can't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. This was the line for me, but Raul Jimenez, it's only business. £53.4 million to send him across to Barcelona. So it's not like we're sending him to some crap league. We're sending him to bloody Barcelona. Ryan Giles, however, headed to Watford on a season-long loan. And another massive English addition to the side. Our backline's almost all English now, which isn't by design. It's just the players make sense to sign. Reece James joining us here from Chelsea for £55.7 million. Another Chelsea player, I know. I can see the comments already. This is virtually the Chelsea side, but Reece James is a good picker. Death, taxes, Fulham getting relegated to the Championship, and Fabio Silva going out on loan. Same thing with Gibbs White as well, I guess, off to Milan. Christian Marquez debating selling the Swiss defender, but we're going to send him out on loan here, get him a little bit of growth, hopefully increase his value a bit. He's off to Tondela. And since we have brought in Reece James to the club, we have decided to sell Nelson Semedo to Unai Emery's Villarreal side, sending the Portuguese defender for 42.8 mil. It's all happening this window though, lads. We have decided to part ways with a day one defender, Victor Lindelof. The growth hasn't been as impressive as I first hoped. We're sending him to Atletico Madrid for 54.4 mil. I will happily take that price tag. And in response, we have absolutely splashed the cash, opened the checkbook, and brought in Nicholas Sewler here, 105.2 million pounds. And I know, we've signed him from Chelsea. He's a Bayern Munich player in my head, okay? I know we signed him from Chelsea, but surely this one doesn't count. Nicholas Sewler, we've paid an absolute premium, but we've brought him across the club. That is massive. A club record-breaking transfer window, 225 million pounds spent on signing talent here in season number 3. But it's DCL, it's Reece James, it's Nicholas Sewler. We are not here to fuck spiders, baby. Let's go! I mean, you look at this side, it is absolutely phenomenal, the starting 11. Definitely a bit of work to do to the bench, but the starting 11, Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust. Let's go see if we can actually get ourselves in a position for Champions League football this year, though. Okay, so a little bit of work definitely necessary here in the second half of the season. I expected much better things from us, to be honest. We're on 34 points after 21 games. We're 9 points out of the top 4. Need to get our act together for the final 19 games or 17 games or whatever it is. This is not good enough. All right, I've identified that this shit does not fly. We need to get ourselves into the top 4. We need to take that next step. So we've gone ahead here and we have signed Rafinha for a bargain price. He had only a year remaining on his contract. We have signed Rafinha for 77.5 million pounds from Leeds United. Haven't signed Rafinha in a long time, to be fair, but we've brought him across on a 4-year deal, and I'm so excited to see what he can do, converting to a right winger as well. So yeah, not messing about at all in this transfer window. Rafinha into the club. Hopefully he can bang in a few goals or get a few assists and make the difference for us. Get us into top 4. Let's go see Champions League football. Can we pull it off? Dear, this is not good, lads. We are struggling in this 4th season or 3rd season as we have not qualified for Champions League football. We are 6 points away from 4th place Tottenham. Aston Villa have qualified for 5th. So unless we've won a cup, like an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup, we might not even be playing Europa League football next year. Everton have done a reverse Leicester. Almost a reverse Leicester. They were leading the league on the 1st of January last year. They finished, what, 6th last season, 5th last season? And Everton have finished in the relegation zone. Wait, no, they finished in the Champions League spot last year, didn't they? So they've gone from Champions League qualification to the championship. Arsenal not too far behind them as well. What is going on in this save? Chelsea have taken down Liverpool, however, to win the FA Cup, and Liverpool win the Carabao Cup. Atletico Madrid take down Inter Milan to win the Champions League. We're playing Champions League football next season. I completely forgot that we were playing Europa League this season. It was a complete background thought for me. We've won the Europa League. Let's go. Our first piece of silverware in charge of Wolves is the goddamn Europa League. We're playing Champions League, baby. Come on. But there we go, lads. It is not all complete doom and gloom. Champions League football coming to the Molineux in season number 4. Europa League winners. That is phenomenal. Alright, here we are, lads. Champions League football coming to the club in season number 4. We are going to sign Kepa Arrizabalaga as a backup goalkeeper option. I said it last year, I think it was the year before. Our starting 11's looking good. We need to make sure the bench is strong, though, in case we have any injuries, because it could really derail our season. So, Kepa Arrizabalaga in between the sticks as a backup. Same deal here, Andreas Christensen joining us from Real Sociedad, £49.9 million. You know what I've just realised? I get confused because they're playing at different clubs. Christensen and Kepa are both Chelsea players. I am not helping my case to say this is a Chelsea squad. What the fuck am I doing with myself? Going to sell a player here, however. Leonardo Campagna is headed to Bristol City. And Fabio Silva, once again, out on loan, this time to Wolfsburg. So there we go, lads. Kepa Arrizabalaga and Andreas Christensen into the side with Campagna out of the team on a permanent deal. Not the craziest window in the world, but a necessary window. I mean, you look at the growth of the squad, all around the starting 11 is absolutely phenomenal. Very interested to see how John Stones goes this season. Might need to upgrade him eventually. All the other players, though, pretty young in the grand scheme of things. Still a few of the starting players in there, and Ruben Neves and Nato as well. The bench, decent. Could probably use a little bit more work, but overall is pretty decent. I really don't know what to expect from this fourth season. We are playing Champions League football, however, and we have been drawn into Group H as we take on Borussia Dortmund, Valencia, and Dinamo Zagreb. So it is not an easy group by any stretch of the imagination. Dortmund have won it in this rebuild. Valencia have a gun wonder kid system. Dinamo Zagreb really depends if they've kept some of their young wonder kids as well, but we're going to have to be on top of our game. And on top of our game, we were top of the group ourselves, and Borussia Dortmund headed to the round of 16. And in the round of 16, I feel like we played Lyon last year in the Europa League final. This could be a replay of the Europa League final if my memory serves me correct. Round of 16, we are facing Lyon. The goal has to be Champions League qualification domestically every year from here on in. Definitely not comfortable at the moment, but we sit third in the Prem. Got to turn those draws into goddamn wins. No business done in this January transfer window, however. Really nobody that I wanted to sell at the moment, and nobody I could bring in financially that would make a difference. So we're going to leave it as it is. Haven't had too many quiet transfer windows, but we've got one now. Champions League knockout rounds. Let's see how we go. So here we go, fellas. The Champions League knockout rounds are finally upon us. We have Lyon in a replay, I believe, of the Europa League final from last year. We know we can get the wood over them. We know we can get the win. So let's see if we can do it again here as we travel away to Lyon. The first leg against Olympic Lyon is going to be a 2-all draw. Calvert-Lewin getting a brace. We get some away goals on the board. Not the most comfortable thing in the world, but technically it's advantage Wolves. So we're going to have to step it up here for the second leg. We have Lyon at home. If we keep a clean sheet, technically that sends us to the second round or whatever is the quarterfinals. Brain's not working very well today, lads, but the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We got a 2-all scoreline in the first leg. We're going to simulate it, and the second leg is going to be a 2. We've won it on penalties. Let's go, lads. That is a lot closer than I would have hoped. But we have won the tie on penalties. A 2-all scoreline, 5-4 penalty shootout. We're headed to the quarters. Thank the Lord for that. That was too close for comfort. That's a big blow, though. Reece James broken his toe, out for 3 months, which is essentially the remainder of the season. And it is a Group H replay in the quarterfinals as we have been drawn up against Borussia Dortmund here. Again, we know we can get the wood over them, but can we do it on the big stage? All right, so already a bit of a cross in our column as we have the home leg, I should say, up first here at the Molineux, which means we need to be strong defensively. We can't afford to concede goals here as we take on Borussia Dortmund. Our biggest challenge yet, the simulation score in leg number 1 is going to end up as a 2-1 loss. That is not good. That could have been made worse though if Haaland got that goal in the 67th minute. But Dortmund have the advantage. They have 2 away goals. This is a tough spot to come back from. All right, lads, here we go. Signal Iduna Park for leg number 2 against Borussia Dortmund. We need to be on top of our game if we are any chance of getting ourselves into a semi-final appearance here. We're taking on Dortmund. They have the away goal advantage. We need to score minimum 2 goals in the second leg. as we simulate. The scoreline is going to conclude as a 4-1 win. Are you taking the piss? 4-1? Let's go! What the? 4-1? What's it make it like 6? I dropped that. Like 5-3 on aggregate. Come on, Wolves! Bro, you don't know how close I was just then to getting on my knees and just doing the howl like a wolf, man. That would have been clipped and shared everywhere. Ow! Oh no. Alright, so it's just been one challenge after the other. We are in the semi-finals, and it is going to be an all-English affair as we take on Liverpool for a spot to face either Bayern Munich or probably PSG in the Champions League final. Can we get past Jurgen Klopp's men? So here we go, lads. The first leg is at home. We need to make sure we stuffed up on this against Dortmund. We need to make sure that we get a result here and keep a goddamn clean sheet. All right, let's get into it. The first leg at the Molineux is going to be... What did I say about clean sheets? We are so lucky. Mo Salah scores a goal in the 8th minute and then misses a penalty in the 28th. But again, bit of adversity as Liverpool are 1-0 up. I would argue that we are in a better position this season or this game than we were in the second leg against Dortmund because less away goals. But the argument is still there. We need a result. We need to pick it up. We're 1-0 down. We need goals. We need a big dominant result here against Liverpool as we travel to Anfield. The scoreline for the second leg is a 3-1 win. Let's go. McTominay, Calvert-Lewin, Nato. We're heading to the Champions League final. Come on. How have we pulled that one out of our asses? Holy crap. We have been second leg sensations this season. So there it is, lads. We are facing PSG in the Champions League final here for season number 4. Can we go from Europa League champions last year to Champions League winners this year? Taking a look around at the other competitions, Man City have won the Europa League. We have finished 3rd in the Premier League, which means we get another bite at the cherry next season if we can't take down PSG tonight. 3rd in the Prem. Man City win the Prem. Whilst it is going to be Crystal Palace, Southampton and Swansea City all relegated. Come on! Finally, we've been in so many cup finals, but we have won the FA Cup this season 3-2 over Manchester United. Brilliant stuff. Oh, let's go! We're killing it! Okay, so we're technically on here for a treble. We've done the domestic double, winning the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. That is what you love to see. We have, unfortunately, I completely forgot that we were in this competition this year, but we have lost the Super Cup at the start of the season 2-1 to Atletico Madrid. But here we go, lads. It is showtime. An absolutely phenomenal side that we have put together at Wolverhampton. And now we have the opportunity to play this game on the greatest stage of all. To get to play this side and see what we can do. The Champions League final as we are facing PSG. The question is, how are we going to perform? Can we get it done? They've got an insane side, PSG. I mean, that is assuming that they sold or they still have Neymar and Mbappe, because teams never sell Neymar and Mbappe in FIFA 21, it feels like. Probably because nobody can afford them. But this team and some of the stats for the season have been downright insane. I'm looking so forward to using players like Calvert-Lewin and most importantly, Mason Mount. Let's get into it, lads. The Champions League final here in Season 4. PSG versus our Wolves. Come on. Champions League final at Old Trafford. Let's get it done. PSG, Wolverhampton. Showtime, baby. Showtime. PSG, just on the possession game, their skills already feel as cooked, man. They play it through there to Newhouse. I'm going to have to change or to get a block in at least. Get that one. Get that one. They've hit the post already. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. My word, that is a worrying start. Get something going through the midfield. There's a little bit of an overlap here. We're going to go out wide to Reece James, who's pushing up quite high. Reece James going to Calvert-Lewin. I see some runs being made under. We're going to go here through Nato. First time finesse. I was trying to stick that one top corner, man. Areola, former Fulham keeper as well. Nicely won though from Nicholas Sewell. That's why we paid the big bucks for him. Nato to Mount. Mount to Neves. Good run there from DCL. DCL getting in behind. DCL has the shot but forces the save out of Areola. Corner time here though, fellas. Nato. Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin can't get there. It's right back out to Nato. Mbappe got injured, but it goes to Rafinha. Shoots it. That would have been... that would have been insane, man. Absolutely dominated here. Come on. Calvert-Lewin going through to Neves. Neves looking, going to Mount. Mount playing it around. Be patient. Be patient. Rafinha. Rafinha. Oh, he's in the crossbar. Get the follow-up. Oh, how's he blocked that one? How do we not have the lead? Come on. When are we going to get something going here, man? Calvert-Lewin. Neves looking for support. Goes out to Rafinha. Trying to skill our way through. I see the underlapping run. I see the run being made. Mount! There it is! Finally! Come on! Mason Mount gives us the lead just before half-time. We deserve that. Come on. Great play. I got my words mixed up there, but great goal. Fuck. Got to defend here now. Mbappe. Stupid lunging, man. Rafinha heel to heel. Shoots it. Hits the post. Get the ball. Can't be fucked, man. Why do I lunge in so much? Why do I lunge in so much? We've come out of the gates in the second half, not focused at all, and PSG make us pay. They do not deserve that. Fuck. Corner here for us as Ruben Neves swings it in. Calvert-Lewin cleared off the line. Chance for a follow-up here. Stonesy going to Rafinha. Shoots it. It's gone to Neymar. Newhouse got the goal earlier, goes out wide there to Gorke. Reece James trying to defend here. 15 minutes to play. Just trying to jockey, trying not to do anything silly. Mbappe's turned us there. Great save though from Magnan. Mbappe scares the shit out of me in FIFA. Corner here though for PSG. Neymar Jr. swinging that one in. We're going to win the header. We don't win that. You're kidding me. Nicholas Sewell, throw your bot. Why does the AI not react to that? Why does the AI not react to that? Nicholas Sewell deflects off him. Magnan stood no chance. And PSG have the lead. I mean, I want to see this. Sewell, where are you looking? Where are you looking, Sewell? What? Need to make a big tackle here, lads. We are running out of time. Oh my god, I thought that ball was going to ruin our day there. Please give us time for 2 minutes. Need a counter-attack. Tomine. Going here, need to keep playing it forward so they don't blow the full-time whistle. James, it's a decent run there from Rafinha. Rafinha, how they got that one in front? Put the pressure. Put the pressure. Don't you dare blow the whistle. Oh my god. We've lost the Champions League final. We never lose the Champions League final, man. This has not happened too often. We've lost. In a game we dominate, we lose 2-1 to Wolves or 2-1 to PSG. This hurts, lads. This one here is pain. It's another season at least in store for us. Season 5. Let's crack on. I feel like an under-12s footy coach when I say this, but we have to let our failure from last season fuel the fire and take us that extra step. Dayot Upamecano into the club. His valuation has gone pretty gangbusters since we signed him, but Upamecano joining us from Bayern Munich for £94.9 million. I've also decided to send Patrick Cutrone off to Burnley here for 15.3 mil and have signed Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, the Danish defensive midfielder, joining our bench. We're at that point where an 87 rated player is only on the bench. Højbjerg joining us for £61 million from Spurs. And we have signed Andre Silva as a backup striker to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, the Portuguese striker. I think it's the first Portuguese player I've signed, so I'm keeping Nuno's legacy alive. Andre Silva, coming from Chelsea. There we go. Upamecano, Højbjerg, Silva, all into the club. Good throw now out of it. This was a bench-worthy window. Although Upamecano probably going to start him ahead of John Stones. Also, I have tried to sell so many of our deadwood players, and all the transfer talks just keep breaking down. It is so goddamn annoying. But yeah, I have decided to bench John Stones for the moment. Upamecano is going to grow. There is no doubts about that. And I would assume I would put my money on Nicolas Sula, probably growing ahead of John Stones, given the fact John Stones is 30 now. But we'll wait and see. The remainder of the squad, though, getting to, if not already hitting that 90 mark, which is absolutely phenomenal. Pedro Neto leading the line with 92. Magn 92, Calvert-Lewin 89, Rafinha. It's just a cook side. That bench is good enough for a lot of Premier League sides, if not better. So I'm excited for this season. Our Champions League group has been determined, however, and we have been placed into Group E of the Champions League alongside Leipzig, Moscow, and Sparta Praha. Hopefully get out of the group. I would say so, but I'm never confident. Let's simulate in 3, 2, 1, and find out. Well, that was very easy. Not a single loss and only 1 goal conceded in 6 goals. We have absolutely rolled the group here. Even RB Leipzig not in our real domain. We've just gone to the next level, lads. Who are we facing in the round of 16? Rebuilds collide. We are facing the side that we rebuilt last week, Napoli, in the round of 16. Let's see what they've done. Let's see, what season we win it with Napoli was like season 3 or 4. So in hindsight, if Napoli's CPU has been as good as we were, they should be a Champions League winning contender. Also good to see we are finally top of the Premier League here. It's only taken us 5 years, but on the 1st of January, after 20 games, we are top of the league, 7-point advantage ahead of Spurs, but there's a long way to go. Have elected to do no business here, however, lads. Nobody into the club, nobody out of the club. That's the January transfer window done and dusted. Our team is ridiculous. Let's see if it's good enough to get us back to the Champions League final. So here we go, fellas, traveling to beautiful sunny Naples here, taking on Napoli, the side that we did rebuild last week. But there is no mercy hopefully going to be shown. We've already given Napoli their moment in the sun. Now it's time for Wolves to get back to the Champions League final. The first leg here on the road. This scoreline is going to be a 5-0 win. Holy fug. 5-0. Holy heck. What the hell? 5-0. Yeah, right, I'm not complaining. So we're essentially already booking our spot into the Champions League quarterfinals. The big thing in this second leg is no injuries or suspensions, please. The second leg is simulated and it is a 3-1 win. So that is 8-1 on aggregate. Napoli, get in the bin. All right, so a little bit of a change in quality of opponent. Barcelona in the Champions League quarterfinals. Let's step it up. 8-1 against Napoli was a great foundation, but I think we can all agree that Barcelona are a different kettle of fish. All right, we have been blessed by the FIFA gods here, lads, with the away leg up first, but we need to make that our advantage. We need to get away goals on the board. We're traveling to the Camp Nou, which is not easy at all. Taking on Barcelona, always good in career mode. We're going to simulate the first leg, and the scoreline is a 1-1 draw. Rafinha with the goal, McTominay with the card, Lukaku scoring. We have an away goal. It's an advantage for us, but it's a narrow one. Do or die, lads. Do or die. At the Molineux, we've got the away leg. We've got the away goal, I should say, from the away leg. We need to keep a clean sheet. We have full intentions of qualifying for the final and going all the way here in Season 5. We need to step up and get it done here against Barca. The second leg, at home, is going to be a 1-0 win. Fucking get in there, lads. Come on. 2-1 on aggregate. We take down Barca. That was way too close for comfort, but we are headed to the Champions League semi-finals for a second successive year. Pedro Neto getting the winner. Alright, so 4 teams remain, 3 English. It is ourselves, Atletico Madrid, who will be facing Man City and Tottenham. Very, very interesting. Need to get ourselves the job done, however, against Atletico Madrid. Let's crack on and see how we go. Alright, the first leg is up, lads. Here we go. At home, which is not ideal. We need a clean sheet. We need a clean sheet. We need a clean sheet. The scoreline is going to be a 1-0 win. We get that clean sheet. That's a good start. Rafinha with the go-ahead goal. But I've said it once, I've said it before, we are not close to safe. That is a huge relief though, not conceding that away goal. Alright, to get ourselves back into another Champions League final here in season number 5 with the Wolverhampton Wanderers, we have a 1-0 advantage against Atletico Madrid. Away goals on the board would be absolutely crucial for us. It's going to be massive if we can get even 1 goal here. We're going to get into it, praying to the FIFA gods. The scoreline against Atletico Madrid is a 3-1 win. Let's go. Come on. Chilwell gets a red card, which is not good. He's missing the final. But we're in the Champions League final. Come on. 4-1 on aggregate. Nice. Well, it is going to be an all-English Champions League final now, as we have qualified and we are facing Manchester City here for an opportunity to be crowned champion of Europe. It was an all-German Europa League final, however, as Bayer Leverkusen take down Bayern Munich to win the Europa League title. We have won the Premier League title, finally. It's taken us 5 years, but we have done it with ease as we finish 7 points ahead of Manchester City, our Champions League final opponents, and have won a Premier League title and have secured Champions League football for season 6, but I am praying that we don't have to go to that stage. At the other end of the table, however, fellas, it is Bournemouth, Fulham, and Watford all relegated. We also won the Community Shield at the start of the season, 2-1 over Man City. We won the FA Cup 3-2 over Liverpool. All we do is win, lads. All we do is win. Winning is in our mentality. It's in our name. Dubs up, baby. It's a 1-0 win over Man United to win the Carabao Cup. We've done the quad. If we, what's 5? Like pentagon? If we're going to do the pentagonal, whatever it is, fuck me, let's go. So I'm not going to go too slow through the squad report here this season, lads. We know how good the team is from last year. A few crucial additions to the side, however, have set us up and have made us as strong as we are. This team, like I've said it a few times, but for me, the sign of a good rebuild is when you've got like a ridiculous starting 11, which we obviously do have here today. But if you also have a very strong bench, a bench that is strong enough to compete against most teams in your domestic league, then you know you've made a good rebuild. We have definitely done that here with Wolves. Last year's loss was absolute bullshit. We look to avenge ourselves as we face Man City in the Season 5 Champions League final. Here's to hoping second time is the charm at Old Trafford again. Let's take down Man City. Come on, boys. They're winning the ball. They're winning all the 50-50s early on here, to be fair. And Don Bele, can't let him get a shot off. Just trying to jockey here. They go through, and Ndombele squaring it. Good clear, though, from Upamecano. Early corner, though, for City as they swing it in there. Nicely punched away. Nicely brought down. Over the top. Look at that overlap. Yes! Go! Calvert-Lewin with a touch of doom. Calvert-Lewin coming up against Cancelo. One-on-one with Edison. Calvert-Lewin! Come on! Let's go! That is exactly what the doctor orders. We soak up the pressure early on here against Man City, and then we launch the beautiful counter-attack to score. Keep on defending, please. Foden. Can't let him get in the areas. He's going to be fucking gun at this point. Milinkovic-Savic playing it through there. Jesus, what a block from John Stones against his former side. Still on, though, for Man City. Come on, let's reward John Stones' big block. Good tackle. Oh, come on, how's that a foul? To be fair, I went straight through the back of him, but that is as close a free kick you can get. I need to get somebody out. We'll go John Stones. John Stones, get on the line. John Stones, they shoot it. Headed off the line from John Stones. Come on, a bit of space here. Look at the press from Man City. Man City are playing the most intense press. Mason Mount takes the contact. Keeps going. Oh my God, what a save from Edison. Are you pissing me off? Come on, this is where we have all of our success, honestly. Just counter-attacks against City. McTominay looking for a bit of space down the middle. I see you out wide. I see you. It's going to be Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin. Oh my God, Edison. Go away, dickhead. Good tackle, Reece. Turn and run. Nato. Good ball. I hope he's onside. He is onside. Mason Mount. Mason Mount to Nato. Nato going back to McTominay. McTominay through Dominic. Calvert-Lewin has a brace. We double our advantage. It has been an intense Champions League final so far. But we have the 2-0 advantage against Manchester City. Come on. Gonna get people back here. Neves just controlling the area. Milinkovic-Savic has gotten that ball through to Ndombele somehow. Can I have some support from my right winger, please, instead of bringing Nicolas Süle out of that position? Because now they go through. They've gone to Jesus. That is such a shit goal to concede. Are you kidding me? Oh, that is so painful. Game on here in the Champions League final. Please, go celebrate with Pep Guardiola. Waste as much. What is that bloke doing there? What the hell? That bloke's just staring at the camera. Rightio, this is weird. Passing's not been good enough. I'm getting bad vibes right now, lads. Bad vibes. I'm scared, eh? Just jockey. Foden up against Upamecano. Oh, I thought we made the tackle. Jesus puts it in. Good save from Magnan. Do we have anything on offer here for a counter? It's going to be McTominay. We do have a few things on offer here. A little bit wider than I would have hoped, but Ruben Neves, he's going to hold it up. He's going to play it there. Mason Mount. Beautiful ball from Mount to McTominay. McTominay. Screw it. McTominay off the crossbar. Nato. Nato. 3-1. Come on, lads. That is a brilliant goal in the counter-attack. Nato scores. Oh, and he's fallen off the backboard. He's probably just cracked open his skull. But we're 3-1 up. Good win from Reece James. This game has been insane, lads. Look at the press from Manchester City. And now that's opened up so much space for DCL. Please, DCL, finish it. There it is. The floodgates have opened. Wolverhampton, moments away from being Champions League winners. Let's fucking go. Come on. Come on, lads. We've been all over Man City. This has been... Well, we haven't really, to be fair. But now, oh my God, this press is insane. Let's do something weird. Let's do something weird. Calvert-Lewin. Flare pass. That is filth. That is filth. 5-1. Oh, we're mugging you off now. We're fucking mugging you off now, Man City. Get that dog up, yeah. Let's go. 5-1. Come on. Oh, thank the Lord. It is over. Oh my God, I'm going to lose my voice, lads. I'm going to lose my mind. We've done it. That was a lot harder than I expected. But the rebuild has been completed with Wolves. Lads, if you enjoyed today's rebuild, please leave a like on the video. Scorpion, kick that subscribe button down below if you're new around here. I will see you for the next one very soon. It has been Jared HD here. I am out. Peace. Holy shit.